Welcome to the wondrous world of wildlife, where every dawn unveils extraordinary tales. Today, we follow a remarkable man and his tiny companion on a perilous rescue mission within the ruins of a desolate wasteland. This is a testament to the boundless compassion for all creatures, where perseverance and kindness triumph over danger. Join me as we explore this moving story. As the first streaks of sunlight painted the eastern horizon with gold, seeping through the lazy clouds still clinging to the remnants of night mist, a desolate scene unfolded in the silent dawn. These were the remnants of a long-abandoned construction site, where gray concrete blocks lay scattered like colossal skeletons, and rust blanketed the bare steel frames reaching towards the sky. Amidst the decay and stillness, life quietly persisted, and today, this place would witness an extraordinary tale. Jack, a dedicated ranger with keen eyes and a compassionate heart, was familiar with every nook and cranny of this land. He loved the wild beauty hidden beneath nature's rugged exterior and was always ready to act when its delicate balance was threatened. Beside him, darting nimbly through the debris, was Mika, a clever vervet monkey. Mika was not just a companion but also Jack's sharp eyes and ears on patrol. This small monkey with his gray-green fur possessed incredible agility and acute hearing, often detecting signs that human eyes could easily miss. That morning, the silence of the construction site was broken by a faint sound, a desperate, infantile cry. Mika, with his ears perked up, tilted his head slightly to listen, then quickly signaled to Jack. A worried look crossed the ranger's face as he recognized the urgency in the cry. Together, they moved cautiously, following the rough trails through the rubble, trying to pinpoint the source of the heartbreaking sound. The cries grew clearer as Jack and Mika ventured deeper into the heart of the construction site. They stopped beside a deep pit, its mouth scarred with cracks and the rust of time. Beside the pit lay a large metal pipe, likely a discarded section of sewer or drainage. It was from within this dark pipe that the desperate cries echoed, shattering the early morning stillness. Jack knelt down, carefully peering inside the pipe. Darkness prevailed, but he managed to make out a small form, a patch of pale yellow fur trembling. It was a lion cub, perhaps only a few weeks old, trapped and utterly helpless. Panic was evident in its weak cries. A fleeting moment of concern flickered across Jack's face. He knew the mother lion might not be far away, and a grown lioness worried about her cub was a danger not to be taken lightly. However, the cub's pained cries compelled him to act immediately. Mika, understanding the gravity of the situation, chirped softly and climbed onto a nearby concrete block, observing the surroundings. The small monkey became Jack's vigilant eyes, watching for any movement in the area. While Jack tried to compose himself and plan his approach to the pipe, a low growl echoed from the distance, tearing through the morning quiet. It was the angry and anxious call of an adult lioness, the mother. The lioness's appearance raised the stakes to a new level of danger. Jack knew he had to act quickly but still ensure the safety of both himself and the cub. He signaled to Mika to keep a safe distance and continue monitoring the lioness's movements. The lioness emerged from the debris, her posture regal yet filled with unease. Her amber eyes frantically searched, her growls growing louder as she recognized her cub's cries coming from the metal pipe. She paced anxiously around the pit, trying to find a way to reach her offspring, but the slippery and deep pipe prevented her. Jack understood that time was running out. The mother lion's distress could make this situation uncontrollable. He needed a careful and swift plan of action. After carefully observing the pipe and the surrounding terrain, Jack realized that approaching from above with a hook might take too long and further endanger the panicked cub. The pipe was quite deep and narrow, making it difficult to maneuver a hook from the outside. A bold, even risky, idea flashed through his mind. He looked at Mika, the intelligent vervet monkey patiently sitting on the high concrete block, his dark eyes following every movement. A daring plan formed in Jack's mind, a plan relying on the agility and absolute trust in his small companion. "Mika!" Jack called softly, his voice low but firm. "You have to help me." Mika tilted his head, appearing to listen intently. Jack pointed to the coiled rope beside him, then down to the dark pipe. He gestured for Mika to take the rope, climbed down inside the pipe and tried to reach the lion cub. A moment of hesitation flickered across the monkey's face. Mika was an agile and resourceful creature, but entering a dark, confined space where a frightened lion cub might react unpredictably was a risky task. However, Mika had been by Jack's side long enough to understand the urgency of the situation and the deep compassion his friend held for wildlife. After a brief moment of contemplation, Mika nodded quickly. The small monkey firmly grasped the rope with his nimble hands. Jack carefully secured the other end of the rope to a sturdy rock near the pit's edge. "Be careful, my friend," Jack whispered, his eyes filled with both worry and trust. "Try to approach it gently." Mika chirped softly in response, then with incredible agility, began to climb down inside the dark and damp metal pipe. Mika's small form gradually disappeared into the opening, leaving only the gently swaying rope as a sign that he was still moving downwards. Jack held his breath, his heart tightening with anxiety. He knew he was placing Mika's safety in this dangerous situation, but there was no other more effective way in the limited time. From the distance, the mother lion's growls continued to echo, the worry and unease in her tone intensifying. Jack couldn't take his eyes off the pipe's opening, waiting for each second to pass in agonizing tension. He prayed for Mika's safety and hoped that this risky plan would succeed. Inside the dark and damp metal pipe, Mika moved cautiously. The confined space forced the small monkey to crouch low, his hands gripping the slippery pipe walls. The smell of damp earth and rust filled his nostrils, mingling with the distinct odor of wild animals. The faint light from the pipe's opening above was not enough for Mika to see clearly. He had to rely on his sense of touch and innate agility. The weak whimpering of the lion cub echoed in the enclosed space, guiding Mika. The small monkey gently approached, trying to reassure the frightened creature with soft chirping sounds. As Mika drew closer, he could see the small, trembling form more clearly. The lion cub lay huddled at the bottom of the pipe, its large eyes reflecting pure panic. Mika noticed that one of its hind legs seemed to be trapped beneath something. With incredible dexterity, Mika carefully moved around the lion cub, trying to identify the object holding its leg. He used his small hands to gently touch the cub's leg, then carefully dislodged a sharp piece of metal that was pressing down on it. Having freed the cub's leg, Mika realized that simply pulling the small animal up with his hands would be difficult and could cause pain. An idea flashed through the clever monkey's mind. Mika quickly and skillfully wrapped the rope that Jack had lowered around the front part of the lion cub's body, just beneath its front legs. He tried to wrap the rope securely but ensured it wouldn't cause the cub discomfort or injury. Throughout this process, Mika continued to make soft, soothing sounds, trying to calm the lion cub's fear. The small animal seemed to sense the help. Its cries gradually subsided, replaced by weak sighs. Once the rope was securely fastened, Mika gently tugged on it upwards, signaling to Jack that everything was ready. Above, Jack held his breath, feeling the signal from the rope. He slowly began to pull upwards, sensing a moderate weight at the other end. Mika's small form appeared first, clinging tightly to the rope, followed by the front part of the lion cub, the rope wrapped securely around its body. Jack gently continued to pull, carefully lifting the lion cub out of the dark and damp pipe. Once both Mika and the lion cub were safely on the ground, Jack rushed over. He quickly checked the small animal's condition, noting no serious injuries other than a few minor scratches. The rope that Mika had skillfully wrapped around the lion cub had made the ascent safer and much easier. The mother lion, who had been standing nearby with intense worry, immediately rushed forward when she saw her cub being rescued. She let out a soft, loving growl and licked her offspring all over, as if to soothe all its pain and fear. Mika, having completed his dangerous task, nimbly climbed onto Jack's shoulder, chirping softly as if to share his triumphant joy. A look of pride and satisfaction shone in the small monkey's eyes. The reunion between the mother lion and her cub was a heartwarming and emotional sight. The lion cub nuzzled against its mother, seeking safety and warmth after its terrifying experience. The mother lion embraced her cub, soft, loving growls resonating in the quiet morning air, dispelling all traces of fear. Jack and Mika stood silently observing the family reunion, their hearts filled with joy and relief. They had taken a risk and succeeded, giving a small life a chance and easing the profound worry of a mother. The simple rope, along with Mika's intelligence and courage, had become a lifeline of hope. After a moment of tenderness and care, the mother lion gently carried her cub in her mouth, carefully stepping through the debris, heading towards the dense bushes at the edge of the construction site. The lion cub, now calmer, nestled against its mother, feeling the absolute safety of her loving embrace. Jack watched their forms disappear into the foliage, a gentle smile gracing his lips. He knew that his courageous action and Mika's invaluable help had created a small miracle amidst the desolation. The rope now lay still on the ground, an inanimate object that had become a tool of kindness and salvation. The story of the lion cub's rescue from the dark metal pipe, with the intelligence and bravery of the monkey Mika, is a profound testament to the special bond between humans and the animal kingdom. The ranger Jack placed his trust in his small companion, and Mika did not betray that trust, overcoming his fear to perform a truly meaningful act of rescue. The simple rope became a symbol of cooperation and compassion, connecting kind hearts and bringing hope to a small life. However, many dangers still lurk in the wild. Abandoned areas, unintentional traps, and the encroachment of human habitation continue to threaten the safety of countless animals. This story is a powerful reminder of our responsibility to protect these vulnerable creatures and their habitats. Let us learn from Mika's courage, Jack's dedication, and the profound maternal love of the lioness. Each of us can contribute to creating a safer world for wildlife by raising awareness about environmental protection, supporting conservation efforts, and speaking out against any actions that harm nature. Let us act together. Let us become the connecting threads of love and protection for this wondrous animal world. Because, in the intricate web of life, every creature has its own value, and sharing and compassion are the strongest bonds connecting us to nature and to each other. Let us join hands in writing more beautiful stories of rescue and harmony between humans and the wild.